Hello and welcome to Heroes of History and a small review here of Arabia. Now, Arabia is the newest allied culture, and Arabia is actually going to launch here in 3 days on live server on Thursday. And well, what I want to show you here is whether or not how you can actually play it. Now, first of all, as you can see here, this is my right side of the river, and 1, 2, 3, 4 is the number of expansions I have actually bought, and that leaves only space for 4 over here if you want to, well, use all this expansion on the other side and actually save the price for the bridge. Despite the bridge actually being in a quest in all other allied cities with the bridges, it's not the case here, so there is no gain from it directly. And as you can see here, I'm only at level 24. I did a lot of mishappenings. I would expect I could get well, pretty close to level 30 if I had better time and did better. But now I have unlocked all the expansions, which is the important part. I'm at the maximum expansions, even though there is some from the quests here. Well, there's none left because this is the final one, so no, I cannot get any further with expansions than this, so there's a lot of space over here you can actually use. Now, is it worth it? Well, this one is a premium one for your culture, as well as this one over here, and then you got 1, 2, 3, 4 oases on the left side, while only 3 over here on the right side. So I'm not really sure what you're paying for, but maybe I should, in my next test run, try and see if I could get everything over here. It will not benefit you, who already starts on Thursday, but, well, if there is a good way to find out, maybe there is a page that you like where you can actually play around with different setups. But mind that the bridge actually costs something to get over here, so you really need to have something over here that can actually benefit you a lot compared to just staying over here, because the sweet spots is actually between the large oases here, because that's where you can get the maximum out of your buildings. And there's a lot of sweet spots. There is one here, there's another one here, and between here until, well, the premium one, it gets a bit out of hand, but there's nothing over here. If I should deem over here, there isn't even a sweet spot here, because I only get 3 out here, and that's where 3 out here, and buildings don't go further than 4 by 4, so it can only hit one of those two. Means you're going down here to have a sweet spot between the oases. And, well, I got this one and this one going down to the river, and, well, only this one is actually of any benefit, and this one is rather far away too, and can be in between the rivers. What is important here is to note how much do I even get from the rivers. I get 100 here, and over here, let's see, well, the river also only get me 100, which means there is no real difference between which side of the river I built my buildings, because the river gives the same, which is a bit odd, because in Egypt it gets more if you get across the bridge, so there's a reason to cross the bridge, but here it doesn't. And the oases, I'm quite certain they will get the same too as they do on the other side, so I'm not really sure it's worth paying to cross the bridge actually. Is it hard? Is it difficult? Well, you need to be able to live with all the free spaces that you leave out, because you can't actually use them all. And, well, don't do the same mistakes that I did. As you can see here, there's not a lot of extra culture between everything up here. I've ended up here buying some extra, and you'll really need it if you want your buildings to excel, because as you can see here with this oil lamp maker, because the info says I'm at 420 and I could actually really use 180 more, which means I could use one of those small oases here, small wells, and it gets 120. So I actually need 2 of those around that building to get the full effect of my oil lamp maker. And planning that into my city here would actually be able to yield me a lot more, I think, because the opposite way is I actually need 2 of them, and I'm not sure I could place them just as well, leaving just as much culture. And you can see here my incense maker is really worse. It's only had 220 where the others had 420, and as you can see, that's 1700, and that's around the middle here. So if I can get full here, it can actually pay out almost like 3 of this incense maker by just adding a couple of small wells that fills half the space that this one does. So it should actually be worth it, and you should actually be able to get more from your allied city that way, I think. So when I get the chance to get a second attempt at this allied concept, I will definitely plan more into it. Is there a lot of options when it comes to irrigation? No. There's small well and, well, small well, unless you of course want to buy luxurious channels, and well, there's some places that this building actually fits much better than the small well, but well, I'm not made of gold, but fortunately there's a little price you get for playing on the beta, but that only gets you so far, because 2,200 a month, well, I can't really use more than 500 on an event like this, and well, then I can't afford other stuff too. So all in all, I guess this is the review I have, and let's finish off and see how far I got here. Actually, I don't think I can actually get up here, so it's it ends up being a bit like the Mayans, where you don't really are being able to finish the research tree unless you're really active, or you put some money into it. But it's not really necessary, I believe, even though I might only reach level 25, 26. If I put some back into it, I should be at least getting to 28, I think. But that will remain unknown until I do some further testing. Well, I say thank you for watching this video.